You know, one of the more interesting movie projects that got announced over the last couple of years that, quite frankly, I really didn't see coming was a prequel movie to the TV series The Sopranos. I can't remember ever hearing something like that before, Rob. A prequel movie to a TV series for The Sopranos. It was going to be called The Many Saints of Newark. Now, of course, James Gandolfini had passed away a number of years ago, and they said like names like John Bernthal was joining, and then we heard that James Gandolfini's son was going to be in it, which we thought, okay, that's interesting, but we've been kind of sitting around and waiting patiently for some news of it to come out. Well, this morning, the first trailer of The Many Saints of Newark dropped, and it came out. What did we think about it? Well, I'll tell you this. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Rob, at the same time, it's got a little bit of Scorsese kind of feel to it, which, you know, the subject matter of The Many Saints of Newark and The Sopranos, it should. But I'll tell you what, I was taken aback a little bit when young Anthony Soprano comes on screen, of course, played by Gandolfini's son. And I had to pause for a second because I'm like, wait a minute, did they digitally alter his son to look that much like he does? And of course they don't. And I was just instantly, I don't know why, it just immersed me in it. Just knowing that's his actual son playing his role that he made so iconic. But that doesn't make a good trailer in and of itself. It just goes on and it's got that feeling of the violence, the visceralness. And then Rob, it ended off, because they didn't play that traditional Sopranos music throughout the trailer. But just when they get to the end of the trailer, that iconic Sopranos music starts to kick in there at the end, and you're just filled with the nostalgia of it. But Rob, even if this had nothing to do with the Sopranos, I thought this was a great looking crime drama trailer. In and of itself, it just worked. So I got to tell you what, listen, I have not had The Many Saints of Newark high on my most anticipated list, but I'll tell you what, this has bumped my excitement up tenfold. I thought the trailer was great. Rob, you had a chance to check it out. What did you think about it?
Oh, like you, I love this trailer. You know, it's funny. We've been listening and we've been hearing about this movie for quite some time now, and I always thought, how interesting. You know, I haven't always been a fan of movies that have been derived from TV series, like the X-Files movies sort of left me cold. The Next Generation movies sort of left me cold. So I didn't know what to make of a Sopranos sequel, John. But boy, this is so up my alley. I also was sent an advanced copy, a novel of Don Winslow's book, City on Fire, that's about a mob war between the Italians and the Irish in the 80s in New England. And I just finished that book. So I was in a perfect mindset to watch this trailer. And it was like, this is everything, because the book was sold. They announced they're making a movie of it a couple weeks back. But I'm like, I watched this, and I'm like, this is exactly what I want to see right now. I'm going to get a mob war movie. I get a young Tony Soprano with James Gandolfini looking uncannily like a young, I mean, it makes sense, like a young Tony Soprano. Ray Liotta's in it. It's like this movie was made just for me, John, and I am so excited to see this now. And like you said, when the music plays at the end and they have the title, first of all, what a great title, The Many Saints of Newark. And then it just says A Sopranos Story. And I'm hearing the music. I'm getting goosebumps even talking about it right now. That's how excited I am to see this movie because of this trailer.
And you know, normally when it comes to titling, I hate the little A Twilight Saga or a Star Wars story or little things like that at the end. But calling it, what did it say again? A Sopranos
story.
I get that here because 99% of people, if you just hear Many Saints of Newark, you have no idea what that is. You have no idea that's connected to The Sopranos. And let's face it, the connection to The Sopranos TV series is the biggest selling feature of this thing. So I get it. You got to put it on. But besides Gandolfini's son, I mean, I also thought the cast in it looked terrific. The guy who's playing his uncle was like a very, very Scorsese and kind of crime thriller character, his uncle. Vera Farmiga was awesome in it as the mother. And of course, you got John Bernthal in there as well, which I mean, all of us love seeing John Bernthal pop up when John Bernthal pops up. That was great. Seeing Ray Liotta in the end there about your nephew. Stay out of his life. It's like, I'm
in. I mean, I've wanted to see like an adult oriented. I mean, look, as much as I love my Marvel movies and science fiction, fantasy, and horror, I also like to see some good adult drama.
Yeah.
You know, and this is exactly what I needed.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. The question is for you guys. Did you have a chance to see this trailer for the Many Saints of Newark? If so, what did you think? I mean, just because we loved it doesn't mean you did. Maybe it didn't work for you. For us, it really, really did. What did you guys think? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.